In his pioneering book, The 6 Pillars of Self-Esteem, Nathaniel Branden outlines the practices that are necessary to feel truly good about yourself. So I guess the only thing you gotta ask is, do you want to feel good about yourself? Let's get started. Number 1, the practice of living consciously. Have you ever had those days in the week where you wake up, you eat something fast for breakfast, you race to work, you go home, and then you watch some TV until you fall asleep? And then you repeat that until it's the weekend. In that time, do you even remember the drive? Do you remember the cars behind you? Do you even remember how you got to work? Or were you just on autopilot? So many of us live our lives that way. The first pillar is to be present to the moment. Sometimes it's the things we aren't even aware of that lead us to live bad lives. I had a personal trainer before. The first thing he told me to do was to log all the foods I ate throughout the week. So what did that do for me? All of a sudden I was aware of all the junk food I was eating. And it didn't really feel like I ate junk food so much in a day either. But lo and behold, when I wrote things down, I was made aware of my diet. So what I'd suggest if you're just starting out trying to be present, do a 1-minute meditation where you have no stimulus and you can really get grounded. Another thing I do is a gratitude journal, which just brings awareness to everything around you. All the things we take for granted, like a roof over our heads or a fridge full of food, and even running water. As soon as you start being grateful for them and thinking about what you currently have in your life is a great way to stay present. Number 2, the practice of self-acceptance. Improve what you can and accept what you can't. There are some days I feel short, and I can dwell on it, but to be honest, that won't ever change. I am an adult now, so I'm pretty sure I'm done with my growth spurt. But see, if I was insecure about my body, the things I could change is, well, I could start working out to get bigger arms and work out to get a bigger chest. I could start going on a diet and losing a bit of my belly. That would make me look taller. I could even do yoga every day in hopes to get that extra inch. So basically I'm saying only focus on the things you can control and be happy. Like, yeah, maybe I'm not the tallest person in the world, but nor am I the shortest. I can accept that, and as a result, I'm happy with my height. Number 3, the practice of self-responsibility. Remove victim mentality. Be responsible for your actions. We are all in charge of our choices and actions. You had a bad girlfriend who cheated on you, so what? Your boss always picking on you, so what? Your family doesn't support your dreams, so what? We have to stop the victim mentality. What is in your control? Bring your standard up as a person and maybe you'll attract a better girlfriend. Don't like the boss? Find another job or start your own business. Family doesn't support you? That's okay. Do your thing until the world recognizes your greatness. What I'm trying to say here is that shitty things might happen to us, but it's how we react to those situations that will build our self-esteem. What if Michael Jordan gave up on basketball after being cut from his grade 10 team? Sure, he could have never played again and blamed his coach for the way life is, but he decided to be responsible for his actions and get better. There are countless stories of people who could be a victim, but they choose to persevere, take action for themselves, and you can too. Number 4, the practice of self-assertiveness. The essence of this pillar is to be real, live authentically. When things don't sit right with your core values, speak up. And I'm not saying step all over everyone with your beliefs, but definitely stand up for them. The cliche, be yourself. Number 5, the practice of living purposefully. What is life without purpose? Dull. A lot of people are lost and have low self-esteem because of it. I'm not saying quit your day job and full step on your purpose, but figure out what it is and start working towards it. What are your goals? What deeply inspires you? These aren't things that you think would impress others. It's what vision aligns with your highest values and ideals. So the first question is, what do you want? And the second question is, what must you do? And finally, number 6, the practice of personal integrity. Integrity is the integration of ideals, convictions, standards, beliefs, and behavior. Do they all line up? Practicing personal integrity has 2 sides, an internal side and an external side. The internal side requires self-discipline. What do you do when no one sees you? How do you deal with your cravings, urges, and temptations? Yes, we are all humans and we all have needs, but how are they integrated into our value systems? And how does our behavior reflect our value system? The external side requires courage. Do you have the courage to speak the truth in front of an authority figure? Do you have the courage to say no? Do you have the courage to be open, transparent, and brutally honest? Let's say your boss wants you to lie to his boss about the number of sales you guys have put up. If your core values are not to lie, are you going to have the courage to speak your truth? A big self-esteem booster is when you can know your values and stick to them. And there you have it. With all this being said, just remember, practice makes perfect. Self-esteem is not an idea or an affirmation. It's a practice. What determines the level of self-esteem is what the individual does. If you got value from this video, like it. If you have any interesting comments, comment down below. And if you want more videos like this, subscribe and hit that notification bell. If you did feel like supporting this channel in a huge way, there is a link down below to buy me a coffee, which I would love because that's the fuel I use for these late night videos, working on content for you. That's all for today. Thank you for watching, and let's continue to move in silence.